Vraxx, dude. Holy cow, do people not like him. We're starting to get to the more underrated or underplayed legends in the game, and Vraxx, while definitely underplayed, I don't think is underrated. I don't exactly hate playing him, but I don't know, he isn't really that fun to play. He absolutely isn't fun to fight, that's for sure. It's like fighting a Nash player. Regardless, some Vraxx players absolutely destroy, and he's got a whole load of reasons to it. Of course, the first reason is his SIGs. They're really damn good, probably to back up first strain stats. Lance and Sig just sort of hits enemies in front of you. It's definitely not bad, in fact can be a bit annoying, and it can combo pretty well with his Lance kit. Side Sig is about the same. It can be annoying to fight and goes well with his Lance kit. It hits pretty hard as well, dashing and using it straight forward covers a lot of ground, and probably a lot of dodges. Well, not upwards anyways. Down Sig is probably his worst Lance Sig, but it's still super fun to use. Slide charge hardly works, I'll admit, since even getting it slide charged is hard enough, but the area it hits him when slide charging is tough. Besides that, it isn't super hard to hit, but you definitely can't throw it out all willy-nilly. Otherwise, you'll easily get punished. If you do hit it, I can see it killing pretty early, especially for 5 attack, but just be careful. Blaster End Sig is the same case with Bodvar's Hammer Side Sig and Nash's Spear Down Sig, except this one actually sends straight upwards, no joke. For the area it hits in 2, I honestly think I could use a nerf on the Force. It's a bit much for 5 attack and can kill really freaking early. Blaster Side Sig can be a bit risky to go for, definitely his worst Blaster Sig. You've got to have real confidence to be using this Sig, a good dodge read or a confirmed hit maybe. Although it goes true with downlight, but only at 0 damage. But just in general, a lot of Vraxx's Sigs you've got to be careful using. Mostly Lance Down Sig and Blaster Side Sig, but you get the gist. Blaster Down Sig is actually a pretty safe one. It doesn't combo with anything at all, but it's good for edge guarding. Doing a gravity cancel is pretty weird too. Works well though. Overall, I really want to say his Blaster game works better, although Lance and Blasters together are just kind of meh weapons. Lance Sigs fit much better with Vraxx's kit, so either will work equally well, but for the sake of choosing one, let's say Lance. Take that with a grain of salt though. Even for a hated legend, the dude has 9 skins counting Bubblegum. For a legend as old as Vraxx, that's actually pretty low. Let's go through them. Princess Bubblegum. Best crossover in the game, no cap. Amazing Sigs, weapons, color swaps, everything about her is great. Pretty good tier could be taken as a mix with God tier honestly, just Princess Bubblegum takes the cake. Professor Vraxx is a pretty awesome skin looks-wise, the Lance is quite scary, and General Vraxx is likely super underrated, but I love the style of it. Weapons are rad too. Mid-tier has Vraxx the King, Space Dog Fighter, and Wasteland. Vraxx the King obviously stands out much more, I think it's a great skin. Just under the other two, Dogfighter and Wasteland look kind of strange to me. Wasteland much more badass, Dogfighter a bit weirder. Mid-tier has Supreme Ruler Vraxx and Vraxx the Viking. He seriously didn't get good skins for launch, these have really bad looks and not so good weapons. Then Get Out tier has Dark Matter Vraxx. It's honestly just a really bad skin. It's another cyber skin which, as I mentioned before, the cyber skins in general just don't look that good. It's probably one of the worst skins in the game too. Although I won't hate on you for running it, it's just really bad looking. Tier list wise, out of SA, B, C, and D, I want to place Vraxx in a low A, high B tier. I mean, don't get me wrong, Vraxx mains are absolute menaces. It's kind of like Bodvar, props to playing a really damn good legend, but holy cow, I hate fighting them. I have absolutely no problem fighting Lance. A good blaster player can really break my mental though. If Lance and Blasters were in a better spot right now, I would have placed him higher. I already think Blasters are like A tier, maybe high A, but Lance way lower. Vraxx's Lance game though, probably one of the best. Probably besides Artemis. Orion can be somewhat easily countered, Scarlet has high force, I'd just say Olgrim, Roland, and Vector don't stand a chance. Not against the Vraxx Lance. I guess the only other reason behind his low play rate, apart from his hideously disgusted face, would be his stats. A whopping 8 dex, 6 speed, 4 defense, and 4 attack. These are honestly some of the worst stats I've seen. 8 dex on the Lance Blaster's character? It's such a waste of stat points. I can only see attack stance working since it takes out of the oh so much dex you have. Dex stance isn't worth it, you already have 6 speed so there isn't a point in that, and defense takes out of attack. So yeah, his play rate is kind of expected. It's nearing the 1% area just around these legends. I would say would be seeing this area a lot, but a lot of the legends I haven't covered actually have pretty good play rates. We'll likely come back though. I mean, besides all that, I really don't have strong opinions on them. I like to play higher attack defense legends in general, and for blasters I have much more likable picks to my preferences. Barraza of course, although Cassidy and Ada have crazy low defense, the reason why I don't main them, but they're still a lot more fun to play than Vraxx. Whether you feel the same way or not is completely up to you, although it wouldn't hurt to try them out. Depending on your elo, it would definitely destroy your opponent's sanity. I will very likely do a hammer analysis next, so be sure to expect that as usual next week. And thanks for watching, and keep on brawling.